Hi, I'm Arienette, and I just upgraded my home office, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with where I started. Here's my office. I recently did a video about my office if you want to see it, like even before I started this kind of project, but here it is. I really love my office. I've been working pretty hard on making it into a beautiful, functional space. It is very cramped, but that's about to change pretty soon because I have another room in the basement that's almost ready that I'll be moving into. So while that's being finished, I thought maybe I could polish this up a little bit. My office is where I film and edit a lot of videos. I pack my Depop orders here. I take a lot of photos up here for Depop as well. The rest of our house is kind of under renovation, so I don't have a lot of space. And this is where I spend pretty much all of my waking time. My goals for this upgrade are to increase my storage space a little bit and to make my workstation a little more ergonomic. I'm going to start with this empty kind of blah wall behind my vanity. I was browsing Amazon, always looking for like pink office decor. That's kind of one of my regular searches, and I found this grid system. And these are sort of like a pegboard, so you can stick them on your wall and then you can hang things off of them. And I was like, well, that sounds really good. So I got these ones in pink. It's a pretty basic set, but it did come with like everything you need to attach it and install it, and also these leaves. So these little clip things, you can buy more of them at like Home Depot or something like that, and I had this little pink tub just sitting around. I bought it at a dollar store a long time ago and it fits perfectly. I can't wait to go and get more of these clips so I can fill it up. Next, I think it's time to tackle that rug. This is actually the reason that inspired this whole video, is this disgusting rug. I had to move every single piece of furniture into the small part of my office, and it made me realize how much stuff I had. But basically the rug I had there before came from like a discount warehousey store, and it is not really like a rug. It's not made for like heavy duty use. It's not made for an office chair rolling on it, and it got really destroyed, and you cannot vacuum them because if you try to vacuum them, it sucks into the vacuum because they are, again, I repeat, not a proper rug. So I found this one on Amazon. It was kind of difficult to find a rug on Amazon at this time. It seems like everything in the size I wanted was sold out, but after an hour of searching, I found this and I was in love with it. It's not exactly what I was picturing to start with, but I'm super happy that it worked out this way, and it matches my shorts. I kind of like that. So it's got this sort of distressed kind of look. It looks old, but it's not. It's brand new. And I think it's one of those like indoor-outdoor kind of rugs, but it is indoors and I love it. Now it's time for the best part, I guess. It's time for the workstation upgrade. I recently turned 31. I don't know if that's a surprise to you or not. I've been told I have one of those 13 or 30 faces. So yeah, hi, I'm 31, and my wrists and shoulders and back are now suffering because of years of improper computer use. Hi, my name's Arienette. Welcome to my channel. So I've known for a few years that I have to do this, and for some reason I never did it. And then recently I've had some really nasty like carpal tunnel related symptoms in my hand that totally affect my ability to play the piano, but it's okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. So I really decided to pull the trigger and buy all of these upgrades, plus a little extra upgrade bonus to make me feel better about being an old hag. So the first step was to raise up the computer. This is really important because if you sit at your computer a lot, you don't want your like shoulders to be slouching down so you can see the screen. You want to raise the screen up to your eye level. So I've done that. And then this ugly mouse. It's an ergonomic mouse. It saves your wrist. I'll talk about it in a second, but look at that pretty keyboard. I bought the keyboard to make myself feel better about having to buy these ergonomic things. And I feel like kind of silly about that now because I've been using this mouse and this like stand for a while, and my back feels a lot better. Also, the feeling has kind of returned to my fingertips a little bit more, and I'm still doing my carpal tunnel nerve stretching exercises, so like fingers crossed that it might be okay. Here's the mouse. It is very pretty. It did come in pink, but unfortunately I couldn't have a pink one because I live in Canada and I didn't want to pay an extra $20 because I'm kind of cheap. It is just like a regular mouse turned on its side, basically. So the idea behind these is that regular old mouse position holds your hand kind of flat with your wrist pushing itself into this unnatural position that can cause nerve entrapment, aka carpal tunnel. So this mouse, you kind of turn your hand where it wants to naturally sit on its side, and you just use it like a regular mouse. It has all of the buttons you expect, you can scroll with it. I'm not sure what the other 3 buttons on the other side do, but like, they're there. Okay, and here's the keyboard. This is clearly like a knockoff version of those like Razer mechanical keyboards, but I'm not paying $200 freaking for a pink mechanical keyboard when you also sell an $80 version. Like, please, like, no. I just made up those prices. I don't actually know how much they cost. Oh, if you want to know any of the items, the links are in the description. I'm not going to waste time telling you like prices and names and everything. You can read that if you like, because other people probably don't care, so I don't want to bore them. So this keyboard is a great alternative to those really expensive gaming keyboards if you like them. This one has pre-programmed lights, and if you read the instructions, I know reading the instructions sucks, but if you read them, you'll have a little handy dandy map that shows you how to go through all of the pre-programmed functions, and it's actually pretty fun. Also, the sound of it is so good. It sounds amazing. It's like the really like clicky, annoy your neighbors type of keys. Beautiful. A+. Next up, I'm just gonna take care of some little random odds and ends, some little decor things. I had a need for a large amount of black candles, and we're gonna talk about that more later, but for now I'm just gonna show you the little struggle I went through trying to get these candles into candle holders. I had a bright idea that I could just melt wax and stick the candles in it, and they would just stand no problem in my room like this. But it only worked for like a couple of days, and it looks kind of pretty, but like, we'll come back to this later. If you're thinking of doing this, please don't, because like, they will fall over. Oh, spoiler alert, sorry. See, they look nice, but like, it just didn't last. Anyway, so because my computer is now on a carpet when previously it was on the wood, I need to protect it from static electricity. So this is a computer stand. I bought a really basic one because I tried to find a pretty one and I couldn't find one. So here is a basic computer stand, and it was not that hard to put together, but I wasn't expecting to have to put it together, so I was a little bit annoyed at this point. I don't know if you can tell by how angrily I'm screwing things together, but yeah. You kind of need one of these. It's annoying, but just buy one. So this one's adjustable, so I measured it on the top of my computer because you have to tighten it before you put the computer on. I didn't know how I was gonna like measure it and take it off again and like tighten it. And then I was like, wait, dude, just put it on top. So I did, and it worked really good. Totally recommend. Get a computer stand. Next, I wanted to replace this like placemat mouse pad, giant leathery thing that is totally disgusting and stained because I am a gross person and I eat in front of my keyboard, which I'm trying not to do now that my keyboard is this one. So I got a little smaller one. It looks really nice. Here's my candles. It was really hot. It was really, really hot for like a couple of days after I stuck those in, and this happened. Yep. Uh-huh. So don't do what I did. I went to Value Village after this and bought some real candle holders for these types of candles. I can't remember what these ones are called. They're not pillar candles, those are the short, fat ones. What are these ones? Can somebody please tell me what these ones are? I feel really dumb. So I got these 2 candle holders to stick them in, and I found out that because it was still really hot when I filmed this, I could actually like straighten them out with my hands. So I felt kind of like hulky, and I felt really like good about it because I could straighten them out and they don't look as terrible as they did. I wanted to do a DIY for this video because I love DIYs and nobody else loves them, so I've decided I'm going to sneak them into other videos now. Surprise! Hello, welcome to this DIY thing that you didn't ask for. I bought a porcelain doll at a thrift store a long time ago, and it is this gorgeous little ethereal jester clown. Anyway, I decided to make them a perch to sit on. So I have this embroidery hoop and I have this little chunk of wood that came from the dollar store in a pack. I really don't know what to call them. So I painted the ring and the wood, and then I hot glued the wood to the ring. And then I took a long piece of twine and I have this decorative leaf accent ribbon that also came from the dollar store, and I kind of twisted them together, then hot glued the ends of that to the ring and the chunk of wood, and then I just wrapped it around so it looks really like viney and nice. And then I have these kind of like, they're like chandelier poles, but these are on a necklace that I bought at a dollar store. I bought it because I noticed that they were chandelier poles, which are the like glass prisms that make rainbows. So I removed a couple of these and I kept the jump rings on them. So I've measured out a length of chain to fit at the bottom, and then I have the rest of the chain, which I've cut at irregular lengths because I'm going to attach those chandelier poles to the ends of those chain and then attach the ends of the other ends of the chain to the chain that I cut first. Whew, that was confusing. You'll see what I mean once it's all done. It will make more sense. The idea was to have these lovely little prism making glass chandelier poles dangling from the very bottom of this perch, and I am so happy with how it came out. I think it looks magical. Unfortunately, it's in a position where the sun doesn't quite reach, so it's not going to do the rainbowy thing, but I can always move it. And I decided to hang them at the end of this curtain rod. I have 2 curtain rods kind of attached to the slopey part of my ceiling, and I use them to hang clothes when I'm taking pictures. I haven't shown you before because I didn't really think it was that exciting. And here we go, the last one. I know this has been a long video. Thank you so much for sticking around, by the way. Here's the last one. I have this light board. What do you call these? I'm not actually sure what it's called. But after I bought it, I promptly lost the letter inserts. So it's been saying the same thing since I bought it. And I bought some new ones from Amazon, which is really like cheap actually. I didn't think I could just buy replacement letters, but I could, and they came with all these emojis and colors, and it was really nice. So I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, that's the whole upgrade video, and now I get to show you the big reveal at the end and how it all came together. I am so happy with how this looks. I feel like it's a little bit more grown up than it was before, and I have so many options with that pegboard grid thing. In case you forgot how it looked before, here are some clips from the last time I did a video about my office, and I think it looks really different. I really liked the way it looked before, but it was a little bit mismatched. It was a little too like colorful, there's too much going on, you know, and I feel now it's a lot more refined and organized. This was a bit messy. I just feel like there was stuff bursting out of everywhere when it looked like this, and I still kind of need a little bit more storage space to make sure that this doesn't happen again. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for clicking on me. There are so many things here on YouTube that you could have clicked on, but you chose me, and that makes me super happy. I'll see you real soon. Bye!